Good morning, bonjour, buonasera. Welcome to Life's Questions and Lessons. I am your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited and grateful that you are here with me today. As a reminder, this podcast is unedited because life is unedited. As always, we'll get started with a question and whatever activity you engage in to explore your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, please feel free to do. So today's first question is, what do I want to create? What do I want to create? So I just finished reading Shoe Dog, and that was the memoir written by Phil Knight, who is the co-creator of Nike brand. And that book I highly, highly recommend for so many reasons. First of all, it's funny. It has a lot of humor. And anytime a book makes me laugh, I'm like, I'll suggest it because it is very, very hard to be funny in text, in the written form. So highly recommend it. But there's just so much wisdom in that book. He kind of, I don't want to give it away, but there's just a lot of, honestly, life lessons and understandings and spiritual awakenings almost, if you will, and just a really deeper, it's really about a deeper connection with yourself, with deeper connection with the people around you. And whether you're a fan of the brand or not, it's a really, really powerful read. And he is a really, really good storyteller. I remember there were days where I would just read and read and read for 3 hours straight. So it's a really, really good book. But as you know, being that I have been reading that for the last few months, it's definitely something that has been on my mind in terms of creation. And we talked about on the podcast before, I'm kind of in this season of creation, both with the podcast and what I'm doing outside of the podcast and my work as well. And so I thought it would be really timely to ask this question and really give you the opportunity to explore this in whatever way works best for you. For me, thinking about what do I want to create, one thing that I also think about when I, first think about that question is, what impact do I want to have? So that could be another question if you're not really sure what you want to create. What impact do I want to have? Whether that's what impact do I want to have on myself, or what impact do I want to have on others, like the people around me. One thing that really changed my life was when I was talking to a friend of mine about, we were having like a normal conversation, but she was saying how much I inspired her doing some of the things that I wouldn't even, I wouldn't even think anything of. I didn't think that they were special. And I say that to say, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's watching, and you never know who you're going to inspire. And so when you're thinking about what you want to create, first of all, you can create a smile on someone's face, right? You can smile at somebody else who's looking really mean, right? You can create joy for someone. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something tangible, but go where your heart kind of goes with this question. Whatever comes up for you, trust that and explore that. But really think about this in terms of what you want to create, again, for yourself or for the people around you. So those are a few questions that I had on my heart today. Have some fun with this one. Give yourself the space and the grace to really explore how you're feeling about this. So as always, please rate, review this podcast wherever you're listening. And until next time, take care.